Good evening, Mayor Ware, council people. My name is Elaine Hurd. As a citizen and taxpayer of Mesquite, I have questions about Mesquite Regional Business Inc. One question is, why was Nevada's open bidding law ignored by the city when you awarded a professional services contract in October 2012 to an entity that was formed for the specific purpose and had no previous operating experience? Many cities have a policy that professional services contracts can only be awarded to companies that have been in business for 5 years or more. Instead, you selectively awarded up to $980,000 of taxpayer money to a risky startup with no track record and principals who happened to be your friends, and one was a major campaign contributor. MRBI hasn't been meeting the terms of its contract, and the IRS is reviewing its 501c6 exempt tax status. Also, why are there no women or minorities on the MRBI Board of Directors? I asked MRBI Chairman George Galt this question in March, and he said no one would be added beyond the 4 original members, except Dan Wright from Bank of Nevada. So why did the city create an entity that excludes women and minorities from its Board of Directors? Women and minorities are taxpayers and stakeholders. There are women and minority business owners in the city who have run a business longer than the original MRBI principals have even lived here. According to the census, Mesquite is 51% women, 28% minority. So why is the MRB Board of Directors an exclusive club? And why does MRBI have secret meetings? According to the Nevada Open Meeting Law, any body supported in whole or in part by tax revenue needs to abide by this law so that the taxpayer money is not being handled in the dark. So why is MRBI meeting in the dark? There was much public criticism about the hiring of CEO Gay Stockman because the search process was perceived as illegitimate when it appeared that George Galt simply recruited his friend from Laramie, Wyoming. Certainly, there was a competent and qualified leader within a 2 million population base in Clark County who was already part of the culture here. It turns out our concerns were well-founded, because if you look at the new MRBI website, it was built by a company in Laramie, Wyoming, Fuse Studios. And my question is this the way to build business in Mesquite? By hiring and paying taxpayer money to outsiders in Wyoming? And how exactly is MRBI spending our money, and why haven't you asked for a detailed report of its expenditures? I am not the only one who is seeing a problem here. On the website letstalkmesquite.com, we have written extensively on MRBI, and citizens are voicing their opinions about it. I request you take immediate steps to hold MRBI accountable and ensure transparency to the taxpayer. And I will be following up with a formal request for each of you, and I look forward to your response. Thank you.